Hello and welcome to Fantasy Premier League Animate. I'm your manager Oded and welcome to the only channel where Premier League players come alive and try to convince me why they should be on my team. Today we're going to do a quick review of double game week 19 and look forward to game week 20, the start of the second half of the season. This is the money time. Game week 20 will be the mirror week for game week 13. All the teams that host their games in game week 13 will travel away. What can we say about game week 19? Some players step up and surprise us all. Some performed terribly and didn't deliver how we all expected. And me? I managed to get 88 points in total, which is a little disappointed I might add, because I was dreaming at least past the 100 points bar. It's a nice score when you look at the average points of manager this week, but not enough to move up in the rank. So let's see what my team did this week. Most of my starting 11 played 2 games, and most of them didn't deliver as I wanted them to, of course. My wildcard chip that I use on game week 18 was for this game week. I thought I had the perfect players, but you never know where the points will come from or how the players you choose will miss their opportunities to score, pass and assist, or keep a clean sheet. My main keeper played twice and was that close to gain all 12 points. His first game against Burnley ran smoothly with only 2 attempts on his goal and a clean sheet. Against West Brom it was basically the same, with West Brom only shot 2 times on target this whole game. Unfortunately, one of those shots got in and clean sheet no more. Same goes for Cresswell, that I thought will be my main man on defense in this squad. Got his clean sheet and 2 bonus points in the first game, but only 2 points the next one. I mainly brought him for his passing and corner kicks abilities, and he did made a lot of them during those games, but unlucky to find anyone in the box to finish them up. Dallas on the other hand was a bit of a gamble. I knew the Leeds defense is not a great one, and maybe I get from him at least something in the attacking side, especially against Brighton. But Leeds had a bad game all around and didn't manage to score once. He can still be in use for games to come, starting with Newcastle next week. I transferred De Bruyne for Foden because I thought he might bring me a lot more points, because he's in great shape and got more chances to score when he's on the pitch than KDB, who mostly assists. Well, my gamble didn't pay off as Foden played only 30 minutes against Palace, and although he was super active against Aston Villa with 6 or 7 shooting attempts on target and a lot of passes inside the box, he only able to gain points for clean sheet. Let's hope the gamble will pay off more next week against West Brom, if he will start of course. My captain for this game week did deliver an assist, but Spurs could not contain a clean sheet. Of course, against Sheffield United I expected more, especially when Spurs play only once this week. Unlucky keep calling his own name with a shot that hit the post and a great assist through the end to Kane, who didn't finish it in the net. After 3 times that he was my main for the captain shield, maybe it's time to let someone else bring me the big points on game week 20. With Bruno I had some feeling he won't perform amazingly, even though he made more points than my captain overall. He did have a clean sheet against Liverpool that was more of a defense effort from both teams not to concede a goal than scoring. He had 1 assist against Fulham and some shots on targets. 1 hit the post, but his lack of scoring these past few games really make me think about his future in my team. Maybe my biggest upset, beside Vardy, is Soucek, who had pretty weak performance in his double games. Yellow card in the first game and no clean sheet on the second one, with almost no attempts on goal or even close. His recent form and goals got many managers to pick him for the double game week, but if you watch West Ham games you can see other midfielders touch more of the ball closer to the opponent box and get more chances to assist or score. And in the end, he is a defensive midfielder. West Ham got their 2 wins, but fantasy-wise, that goal that West Brom scored got my West Ham players to drop 9 clean sheet points. In this part of the game, 9 points could be the difference between where I am ranked now and 100,000 less where I could have been. One player I really wanted back is Bamford. Even though I knew Leeds will play just one game on game week 20, I thought that against Brighton and after a long rest, Leeds will deliver a lot of goals and bringing him will be worthwhile. But as I said many times, Bamford hardly touched the ball during games. Leeds' game was so weak that he didn't even get a chance to do that. I think Newcastle next week will be a great chance for him to show why so many people chose him for game week 19. Give us some goals. Keane against Sheffield United was the obvious choice for the main striker. He did deliver 1 goal and 3 bonus points. Shame he missed though a great chance to the end to score and have a double goals. Sometimes I think to myself that I can place him as the only striker on my team. Buy 2 chips striker that will sit on the bench and put my money on other position in my team. And maybe this guy is the reason why. Vardy just came out of injury and played both games, but he didn't manage to score or assist in this game with few opportunities in each game. He didn't score since game week 14, and I thought this double game week, even if he just come from injury, he will put some points on the scoreboard. My player on fire was the first defender who got that honor. I'm sure a lot of people surprised by him this week, getting the most points of any player in double game 20. Stones scored his first 2 goals this campaign in Manchester City first game against Crystal Palace, kept a clean sheet and gained 3 points as well. And he kept a clean sheet against Aston Villa too in a much harder game. With player rotation on Manchester City defense, it was hard to decide which player I'm gonna place on double game 20. And I'm sure glad I picked him over Cancelo, even though Cancelo usually more of a threat on goal. I'm not reckon he will get those numbers again, but I'm going to hold him for now on. On to the bench. Leno managed to keep a clean sheet, but he had only 1 game, so he sat on the bench. Bellerin didn't even play, and the 2 Manchester United players also didn't deliver too much points, with McTominay played full game against Liverpool and only 5 minutes against Fulham. As for Lindelof, he played as well the first game and got injured again for the second one. Let's hope next week all these players will start and will have a place in my starting 11. On to my transfers. I decided I had enough players with good fixture this game week to not make more than 1 transfer. Even though we all learned Werner is injured again and won't play for at least 3 weeks, I made my choice to transfer Souček. As I said earlier, Souček is a defensive midfielder who got his head goals mainly from the corner or free kicks, not creating his own chances or there on the fast break, so I bought Harrison from Leeds instead. In the game against Newcastle this campaign he had a great game, all of Leeds did. So I'm hoping with his speed and a better game than last week he will bring some point as his last game against Newcastle, and hope he will serve me well in games ahead as well. So this is my team for game week 20. There can be last minute changes because some of my players may play in the FA Cup and can be injured or rotate for game week 20. So keep your transfers for the last minute. Vardy injury really mixed up my team a little bit, so I need to do some changes. In goal I prefer Fabianski against Crystal Palace that perform poorly right now than Leno against Southampton. Let's see how Arsenal will face Southampton in the FA Cup early this week to decide for sure. And which players from West Ham will play against Doncaster on the same day. Cresswells and Stones are really pretty much bunkered right now in my team, with an easy game on paper. Dallas hopefully will be better this week against Newcastle like he did on game week 13 against them in 5-2 win. Manchester United will play on the FA Cup against Liverpool on Sunday, so I need to see which players from my team will play if all, and what the situation with Lindelof injury. Keane and Son hopefully keep their good momentum against struggling Liverpool who played the FA Cup too. And Foden hopefully will take charge in KDB absence and will be the main man in Manchester City against West Brom. Moving on to my captain choice. For my captain I choose 5 nominees. Stones can keep in form against West Brom and have a good chance to score in that game too. The only problem, like any game week, is the rotation in this team. Will he get the rest against one of the worst teams?
Just keep the corner kicks coming. I will do the rest and keep clean sheet on the way.
Keane is in great form of course and scores 6 goals in 11 games against Liverpool. Can also take in count that Spurs play at home against Liverpool, and Liverpool defense not as strong in the last few games now. But in case of Captain Keane, he do score about 1.2 goals a game, not enough to bring the big points even if you captain him. And it's still Liverpool he up against.
Red means stop, but not when I see Liverpool red, believe me.
Manchester United will play Sheffield United at home. Great chance for Bruno to get back and bring the big points after some average games. All dependent if he will play in the FA Cup against Liverpool on the 25th, and if he will he get some rest in this game?
I know I didn't bring the points these last few games, but these clowns will not get more than me this week.
As you know, Vardy got injured again and won't play, but that was before I put him on this captain debate, so he can say whatever he wants.
I like away games because I perform the best away from home. Won't let you down this time.
And last is Foden, who will face West Brom away. With KDB gone, he will take bigger part in the offense and lead Manchester City attacking attempts, as long as he's not bench, of course.
If I am not getting bench, I will score in this game for sure. Mark my words.
And I decided my captain will be... So I hope you enjoyed this video and it made you smile. Much more to come in the future, so if you want to keep up, please hit the subscribe button and press like. And I will sure love to hear what you think about my animate and what to do next to get it more funnier, and what can I do to improve it, of course. Do well and good luck to everyone.